All right, this is BIGJuice podcast, Anno review. I want to welcome DarthTyranno.
Yo, so how's it going?
So, Tyranno, today we're talking about the Anno, and it recently got a combat TLC. You want to share your opinions or review about the Anno?
Personally, I like the new TLC. It actually gives Techno players a much needed skill set, because usually they just sit around and spam the slam with their reduction of damage, and it's pretty much, a skill issue for these guys. But I like the new TLC because it actually gives Techno players a challenge instead of them just sitting around.
Okay. So you think the new Anno is better than the old Anno?
Not necessarily better, but more so as giving the Anno players at least a challenge on how they can strategize instead of just hunkering down and spamming the slam and taking either 5 or 3% damage, even with apexes.
Okay. For the abilities the Anno has now, what do you think they could do more with the Anno? Because currently, when you crouch, you can only use your slamming abilities, which I disagree with personally, because you're limited on how you could defend yourself against apexes and others mid tiers and small tiers. So from what I'm understanding, you can only use tail attack while you're moving around, but you can only use your tail slam, your smash, when you're crouched, and your either swerve or tailspin while you're moving. So what do you think about that? Like, do you think they should leave it as it is, or should they change that?
With that one, since they no longer have an hunker down and no longer get that damage reduction when they're hunkered, I think the best thing to do is at least let them move around while slamming, since they're just going to take more damage if they face tank and apex and they don't have that hunker down buff, or they're no longer taking 5 to 3% damage each hit. Personally, maybe if they want to do it, maybe add less seconds on the hunker down instead of 8, maybe like a good 4 or 5, since it no longer gives them a armor buff.
And what subspecies do you prefer for like new Anno players to play? Like what ability move set or what strategy would you recommend for newer Anno players?
What I've been seeing, and then how I've been playing against bigger dinosaurs, I feel like for your senses, you're definitely gonna have Killing Blow, mainly because you're gonna have people finally gonna try to hit you. Mm-hmm. But if you have Killing Blow, you deal 20% increased damage while someone's not in your group. So then with the group, you can also equip Razorback, which it gives a 25% increased damage to your group members if you're more of a run and gun style, and it also gives you a more damage buff when there's like someone that's bone break within 50 meters of you. I feel like that's a good one. And the swerve, definitely gonna use swerve, so when something's hitting you from the front, you just swing around and hit them again. The hide, I don't really know too much of the hide, but I would have to say reinforced plates if you're going to be a more defensive player and an attack player, but fortification is where it's at. So if you have maybe chickens or kilos, anything that's kind of like they can pounce on you, they're just biting you down, use fortification, because it'll stack up to 10 times to give you a really good increase armor.
This new update, Combat TLC, would you say is a nerf, or did it go in the Anno's favor?
It's a nerf and a necessary. If I'm not saying anything, it'll be located on a necessary nerf, because it's kind of hard when you're trying to kill an Anno that's pretty much laying down or sitting down, or they're not paying attention. And all they had to do was just get up, press the crouch button, and once they're fully hunkered, all they have to do is just spam their attack while not dealing any, or without you killing it, and they'll pretty much kill you faster. So I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, but it's a nerf for certain Ano players that don't know how to use land dinos correctly.
Thank you, DarthTyranno, for your time and your opinion and / review on the current Ano. For the viewers who haven't played Ano, feel free to check out the new Ano TLC. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed or liked the channel or the TikTok page, feel free to do so. It helps support a lot. And feel free to check out DarthTyranno's TikTok page. And if he has a YouTube page, feel free to check it out too. If you want to let them know your accounts to follow or subscribe to Tyranno, feel free to do so.
Yeah, just go ahead and follow my TikTok if you have the time for it. But I do want to say an important note: Jurassic World Rebirth releases on July 2nd. Get your tickets now, motherfuckers, because new T-Rex, and pretty much no one knows this, but the T-Rex's name is Victor, so there's that. I'll leave it at that.
What was I gonna say too? Oh yeah. Also, shout out to DarthTyranno here for providing me with the nice dinosaur stickers that you guys use on the TikTok page perks. So I want to thank Tyranno for that. It helps a lot. And tag Tyranno or put hashtag Tyranno below too if you want him to make more. So that he can see the support and the love you guys are giving him for the stickers. All right, and this will conclude the Ano podcast. And for all my viewers, as always, keep it juicy. And thank you for enjoying your daily dose of juice.
I'm juicing.